This year I ain't playing, I'm on a mission. I don't see no competition. Waiting my turn and I play my position. Sat in the room, I ain't talk, I just listen.
Alright everybody, this is a pretty darn cool clutch. This is clutch 23. The pairing on this was a Lori Het Albino to a pastel Lori Black Pastel Barnhart line Het Albino. So Black Pastel and Lori are allelic, which means everything in this clutch will be Black Pastel or Lori. Where we missed the albino, which as you can see, it looks like we missed one. That animal will be a posset for albino. This isn't lavender, this is albino. So one animal hasn't shed, and it's been multiple days since the other shed. So we're going to just do the update as it is and go from there. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is not an albino. So remember, Lori and Black Pastel are allelic. So this is not a super. This is not a Lori Black Pastel. This is a Black Pastel. So this is a Black Pastel posset albino. Beautiful animal. I mean, look how bright the sides are, how bold and chocolatey this animal is. This is a super cool animal. A lot of people think only cinnamons get the chaining. That's not true. That can happen in Black Pastel too. But Black Pastel gets you the eyebrows and the alien heads, the wackiness. So super cool animal. I'm going to sex it really quick. This is a female. So female Black Pastel posset albino, and that's number one. We're going to go to the one that hasn't shed next. It's this here. This is a Black Pastel albino. Again, eyebrows and the alien heads. The pattern's just not what I'd expect out of a Lori. So this is a Black Pastel albino. No pastel in this one. Let's see here. This one is a male. So once this one sheds, it'll be available. By the way, this one is available. Obviously, none of them eaten. They're going to get separated and they'll be fed next week. This one, even though it hasn't shed, I have a good history of getting my non-shedders to still eat. So by the time it does shed, it will be ready to go. But as of right now, it's not going to be available because it has not had its first shed. So again, Black Pastel albino, no pastel in this one, just a super rich, super cool Black Pastel albino. And when it sheds, I think it's going to be amazing. So that's number two. Number three. So this one I'm still on the fence with. I'm going to go through a bunch of my photos. It's the first time I've made albinos with Black Pastel and Lori. I believe this to be a super Lori. You know, actually I don't. Looking at it now, the alien heads, I think, see, it's tough to say because you could kind of see alien heads in there, but they are all over the place. This one might actually be a Lori Black Pastel. It's tough. It's tough because I want to say this is a pastel because there's no yellow on the head, but I know what a Black Pastel Lori pastel looks like. Not an albino, but the pattern is almost gone, and that's what I think this is. So this might be a super Lori. I might need to shed test this one for Black Pastel. But let's see here. This is a male. So this is either a super Lori pastel albino or it is a Black Pastel Lori pastel, but I don't think so. I think that is what that's going to be. So yeah, I think I'm going to go back to my original where I think this is a super Lori. I'm going to show you a picture of a super Lori, and I'm going to show you a picture of the mom. The super Lori was not the sire to this, but at least you'll get to see what a super Lori is. So think of it inverted with the yellows and the whites. And then if you look at a pastel Lori black pastel head albino, which is the mom, you'll see how the pattern's about 90% gone. So I would assume in the albino version, it would end up being this, which is almost white. And because of that, you're not going to see any pattern on this animal. In this video, it doesn't look like. But in person, you can almost see the pattern. I'm almost positive that this is a black pastel Lori albino. And this is a male. So, another really cool animal. I'm assuming probably a world's first, especially with the Barnhart line of black pastel. This is probably a world's first. Not that world's first matter anymore, guys. It really doesn't. If you find a world's first single gene, that matters. These combos, we make world's first daily. I don't care what anybody says. It just really doesn't matter. But anyways, two cool animals. This one's going to be super nice when it sheds. And this, for just a black pastel, I mean, this thing is amazing. This is the power of the Barnhart line black pastel. It's just so clean. It's wacky. It's a little bit more than just your regular black pastel. I mean, this is the line we work, is the Barnhart line stuff. And yeah, it's just super amazing. So, I'm going to get these guys separated. They're obviously in a shed box right now. That's why it's kind of dirty and nasty. But I'm going to get them all separated, including this one. However, that one will go on wet paper, just so it can continue to potentially shed out. Like I said, next week I'm going to feed today. They won't get offered today. They'll get offered next week. And once they get some meals in them, we'll get them up for sale. If you're interested in, you know, any of these, send me a message. I can let you know what's... I'm probably going to sell them all. I don't know if I'll keep any of them. This one I might, but I highly doubt. I think that now looking at it not through the camera, that's got to be super Lori. It's got to be. That's so cool. But anyways, so I think everything will be for sale. Hit me up, send me a message. I'll get you an idea of what they're going to go for. What I say, the 15th or the 18th of November will be my last shipping day. So if it's something you want to get this year, we'll need to have it paid off before then. Otherwise, we'll be looking at, beginning of next year for shipping. But yeah, some really cool animals, really cool clutch. We got one more clutch to update once it has its shed out. But this is clutch 23. Again, Lori head albino to pastel Lori black pastel head albino. Again, everything is black pastel or Lori. And the black pastel is the Barnhart line of black pastel. So, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for sticking by. Like and subscribe. And now I'm going to show you the photo of the Super Lori first. And then a photo of the dam to this clutch, which is a pastel Lori black pastel head albino. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.